It's a funny story that this morning I got here to set up the room, and so did someone else. And so something got kind of mixed up, and usually we're back here. And so he's doing a drumming circle back here in the other room. I don't know if you could hear them banging away. And then, so we set up in here, which actually I think is going to work out great. And after playing this, I realized this is way better than any of the pianos on the side of the music department. It's going to sound really great. So they are actually going to shuffle out through those doors, I think, in just a few minutes. So if we hear anything, hopefully it's during while I'm talking. But they're not going to come through this way. So yay, everything works out in the end. I just want to give you a word about today's recital. In the spring, we're always preparing for the National Guild piano playing auditions. And so the students are preparing a pretty strong program that they will play in front of a judge. And each year they sort of compete against themselves to keep moving up grade levels. And it's up to them to choose how many pieces that they want to play. And so it takes a long time. Actually, most of the pieces that we're performing take the full year to all put it together. And so the students really have a great accomplishment with this. Normally, that happens before the recital, and then I can award the pins and the diplomas at that time. But because of the way Memorial Day weekend worked this year, we're going to hold the recital before Guild. But at the end of the program, I am going to mention all of the students who are taking part in Guild so that they can receive a little bit of recognition for all that they've prepared. So essentially, most all of the pieces that you're hearing today are pieces that they'll be playing in front of a judge on Thursday. I want to welcome a new student to the studio, and his name is Caine Vera. Caine, can you stand up for a second? I don't know if you can see him, but there he is in the second row. Thank you, Caine. Caine is 7 years old, and he's in the first grade at Mitchell Elementary School. Besides piano, he loves video games, playing basketball with his dad, and his favorite food is pizza. If you look closely at the program today, if you haven't gotten a program, I think there should be some over here. Is there anyone who still needs a program? Okay, if you look at the program for Caine, you'll notice that under the composer's name, he's actually written quite a few of these pieces himself. Not only that, but the last piece is an improvisation, which means that he has a framework that he's working in with this piece, but it could be anything today because you make up an improvisation essentially on the spot. So something to listen to. Also, you might have noticed on the second page of the program that there's a section that's called Les Mis. This is cool. This started, I think, with Corinne, who decided she was going to play Castle on a Cloud. And then Anna Woodward, I think, was the one who said, you know what, why don't we all play something from Les Mis? And I was like, that's a great idea. And then it turns out that Maya Lee was the assistant music director for the Les Mis production at Berkeley Prep this semester. So I'm like, okay. So we got a bunch of the students together. Corinne went on a certain night, and it was Catherine and Quentin and Kayla and Isabella, and of course Maya was there. Am I missing anybody else? And we all came to see this Les Mis production, which was really exciting, and so it sort of rounded out this whole idea of having it in the program today. I'll just remind you that you should only applaud after all of the pieces are heard from each student. So as soon as the last piece of each student is heard, they'll get up and take a bow, and you can applaud then. Make sure that your phone is silenced, and if you could remain seated throughout the whole performance, that would be great, not to distract any of the performers. And I think we're ready to begin with Caine.